Greetings, children, and welcome to my chamber. My name is Rotherick Gastblood, and I'm your host of Tales from the Dark Chamber. This week, we have a great show for you. Tales to make your skin crawl. Each week, my chambermate and I read a scary tale that we found on the internet, or perhaps left under some corpse. Either way, we think you're going to like it, and we're just dying for you to hear it. So sit right back, light a candle, and let's have a ghoul evening.
Hey, Rotherick.
Hello, Woody. Fun on your date?
Yeah. I mean, she's nice and all.
That's nice.
So, do you want to hear the details?
I have a feeling you're going to tell me, no matter my response. So then, Woody, how was your date?
She's lovely. A bit aloof, but at the end of the evening, wow, what a kiss. I think she likes me.
Very nice.
And the best part is, she's tall and slender and athletic and
Lovely.
yeah, and she rides a bike and she does gymnastics and she wears green jumpsuits.
Uh-huh.
And she has purple skin.
All right.
And big yellow eyes.
Charming, I'm sure.
She has 8 arms and...
Good for you.
Rotherick, you haven't heard a thing I said.
I'm sorry. What was that, Woody? Oh, right. A girl. Tall. Well-built. Fantastic arms. Likes motorcycles. You two should be quite the pair.
No, but that's okay. I don't expect your input on her.
Woody, is there something you need to tell me? I'm reading the paper.
Well, no, but I will be wanting to bring her over soon. Any chance we can get that weird sound out of the top floor before she shows up?
She's showing up soon, I presume.
Well, tonight, I mean, if it's not too much trouble.
Woody, the sound you're hearing is the wind blowing through the upstairs fireplace. Do be a good chap and put the cover on it if you're concerned.
Oh, no, not me. The last time I went in there, I started hearing voices.
You mean the ones that were from your cellular phone?
Oh, yeah. I guess that's what it was. Oh, well, I'll go do it myself.
I miss you. Please stay. Stay with me.
Nope. But that does remind me of tonight's story. We read the first half of Osmacate Manor, Final Act, Part 1. It's a long story, so I had to break it up again. Seems one of the 7 dies when their time is up, and we discover that the mysterious hallway holds a secret. Enjoy! Osmacate Manor, Final Act, Part 1, by Runedine. A whisper meets his ears. Em, wake up. He looks up, finding C standing in the doorway, holding 2 leather knife sheaths, each crafted to the dimension of M's and V's knives, respectively. The moon still present in the window. Hey, C. Can't sleep? Not a wink, she whispers. When I close my eyes, I see V falling from the beam, or a baseball bat slamming into your face. The resonating crunch from each is too much, she whispers. It's not as late as it looks. The moon stays up here until the brink of morning. It's 5:30 a.m. Can you go to the cafeteria and eat some breakfast with me? I'm scared and I would love to sit with you. Of course, C. I mean, sorry you've been haunted by those images all night. Let's change the subject, and let's get some breakfast. Oh, she smiles, and while I couldn't sleep, I made you and V these sheaths. She hands M his. Thank you, C. He smiles kindly. They spend the morning eating together, trying to talk about anything they can remember. C remembers she has 2 cats, but forgets their names. She often admits she often wishes she can snuggle with him. M can only remember his old black car, a Honda Civic Coupe, as well as a smell that always met his nose upon entering it, an amalgamation of cologne and the scent of fast food. He remembers that he lived in a hilly area, and that his parents loved him. He misses the life he can't recall. When the others wake up, they join them at the table, and C gives V his knife sheath. A sits across from M, V on his left, C on his right. They converse casually. D, however, is late. Finally, J asks, "Y'all know where D is?" "Perhaps one of us should go check on her," O suggests. "V, let's check," M volunteers. "Sure, man," he nods. "I'll go too," J sits up. "I want to make sure she's all right." M notices J seems to be more concerned with D than the others. He talks to her much more frequently than anyone else, and she the same. He begins to wonder if he's interested in her. When they get to her room, J knocks on the door. They wait. Then, to their shock, she dashes out of the room. "What the hell?" she panics. "Shit!" She runs past the 3 of them, dashing over to the stairs. "D!" J gasps, running after her up the stairs. "Dude!" V stares at M. M draws his knife nervously. "I want to investigate. You coming?" "Hell yeah!" V dashes after him as they shoot up the stairs. They reach the white room where J is panicking outside. "She ran in there and hasn't come back." "What's all the commotion?" O demands, reaching the top of the stairs. "Is D okay?" C insists. A waits for an answer. "She disappeared in there," J speaks gravely. He looks down, as if he knows something. After about 5 minutes, D stumbles out of the white room. She is sobbing softly and angrily. She falls into J, holding on to him. D, what's up?" he whispers as she hangs on him, her arms weakly around his neck. Her pictures are in her hand, hardly clasped in her fingers. I've been feeling so much pain lately. In my chest." Immediately, M recalls her mentioning that her chest was violet in her reflection. He gets incredibly nervous, as does O. "I can't. The pictures, they're getting blurrier. Literally. Look." She weakly falls off J, holding the pictures up. The injection needle is rather easy to see, but the face of the man is nearly impossible to make out. The living room is blurry as well. "D," J sounds mortified. How did you know to come here?" "I had this terrible dream," she whispers. "I dreamt I The couch. Just paralyzing. My lungs locking. My heart stopping. So drunk. She can barely speak. I felt an instinct. Damn it, Jay yells. Damn it! M! He stares at him. Oh, aren't you two supposed to have this all figured out? Help her or something! He sounds far more scared and desperate than angry. Maybe O's right. Maybe we haven't died yet, and there's still time. O, the Hall of Voices. I want answers, and that's the only place I haven't looked. You game, or do you have any better ideas? Let's go, he faces Jay. You make sure Dee is okay. Lie her down and keep her calm. The rest of you tend to any need she has. M, let's go. The two dash up the stairs wildly, O in the lead. M thinks he hears other footsteps behind him, but he's too focused to look back. When they reach the top, they're standing before two large doors. O looks rapt with trepidation. There's no use in us entering at the same time. Each person hears his own voices inside. Much like the White Room, both are transported to different places. We can try clasping hands, but the Hall of Voices is far more sinister than the White Room. We'll try anyway. M sticks his hand out. O grasps it. M steps with him into the room, undaunted. The moment they make it inside, a horrible force blasts O out of his grasp, and he disappears into the light. M grasps but keeps going, assuming he's now in his own vision of the hall. When he's fully inside, he hears almost nothing, except a whisper. That whispering, he ponders it. His heart is blazing. The whispering sound is so passionate, so meaningful. He can't understand a word of it, but the effect it has on him is overwhelming, hearing the whispers get louder. Then, to his awe, the whispers become a booming voice. I, it's, it, is, da, w, u, e. He grabs his ears in horror. The cry is blood-curdling, disappearing, hysterical. He feels as if his heart is going to explode as he grips his ears in awe of the sound. It would take, put, I can, lit, oh. He doesn't know what's being said, but the feeling of all-consuming, all-encompassing, insurmountable grief devours him. He can't take it anymore. Feeling as if he's being eaten alive, he races out of the tunnel, crashing through the door and almost slamming it into the wall of the stairs, though A grabs him powerfully, slowing him down. He gasps, meeting her eyes. Shh, she comforts, holding on to him. It's okay. We've all felt it. O steps out of the portal. He's visibly shaken up. Did you find answers, Em? I found the same thing I've been finding. Complete and utter despair. I found the same thing. They return to Dee's room. She's lying in a bed, hardly conscious. To their horror, her pictures, which are now on her nightstand, are fading rapidly. Come on, Dee! Jay screams desperately. Please! Please! Jay? She whispers. Not like Z! He yells. Not like Z! Get up! He cries. The group stares at Jay in shock. Jay? Who is Z? O asks. Jay! What are you talking about, man? V is taken aback. Tears stain his eyes. He stares at A weakly. A, you speak up, damn it. I can't talk like this. They face A eagerly. She looks to be concealing emotion. Z and S. They were here before me. Before Jay. A boy and a girl. Both lively individuals. S was a surfer, blonde dreadlocks with a tan, ocean blue eyes. Z was a skateboarder. She had brown hair and bright eyes. They were both 18. One day, Z started fading, like D is now. I had just gotten here a few days before this happened. What happened to them? Did they literally disappear? M whispers. Not quite. She... D! J shrieks. She gasps in horrible agony, gripping her chest. She starts choking maniacally, barely hanging on. M stares at her pictures. They're blank. All that remains is a black smear on each of them. Her gray eyes widen as an indescribable pain begins to wrap her body. D! Jay cries. Please, damn it. D! Come on! He's holding on to her. She grabs his arms, staring into his eyes like a deer in headlights. Then, in an instant, her body begins to glow. The building shakes. Damn it, D! G screeches. Why wouldn't you just go through the hole? We need to evacuate. The room is going to reset, A announces. What? O faces A. The same thing happened with Z. We must leave. Come on, Jay. I'm not leaving, Jay cries, holding on to D. Get D outside, O commands. M, V, and O sprint over to D, picking her up and carrying her out of her room into the hallway. Now she lies on the ground, Jay beside her, holding her tenderly. Her entire room is glowing white now. Please, D, don't go, Jay whispers. Please, D. Jay, she barely whispers, her voice raspy and hoarse. She pats his chest with all the strength she has left. Jay's large hand cups hers. Then a vicious light beams from her body, and in seconds, she is gone. Everything related to her is gone. Every feature of the room is returned to the way it was before she arrived. The card on the wall beside the room sports no letter. Damn it, Jay whispers, his hand hanging limply where her hand used to be. Don't leave. D, don't leave me, please. Jay, C whispers, rubbing his shoulder. It's okay. It's okay. What happened? Why? He can barely speak. Relax, Jay, V attempts to console him. Try to stay calm. I never told her I loved her. It was so obvious she loved you, Jay. C rubs his arm. She stared into your eyes for every bit of that. I'm sure just looking at you took all the pain away. She died in your arms, holding your hand. The last thing she said was your name, Jay. He weakly stands up, fury enveloping him. He whispers, like Z, but S. S. He trembles, now staring at the stairway in an ungodly determination. What about S? And Z? M inquires. Jay stares into M's eyes. I have a story to tell you. I don't have much time, so listen. No one is sure about what he means by this, but they wait for him to speak. He takes a long, deep breath. C is tenderly rubbing his arm all the while. When I came, I met S and Z, he whispers, his mind trailing off. They were beautiful. Both of them had been here for a couple of months. S just a little longer. I could tell so fast they were in love. When A arrived, she wasn't like she is now. He stared into her eyes. So much more talkative. It was Z dying. That changed you. He stares at her. You only knew her a couple of days, but you were already so close, like we are with you, Em, and it's only been 2 days. He slowly nods. One day, Z began to feel pain, lots of pain, and had a nightmare that she was dying, just like how the pictures showed. The reason why I never shared any of this before is because Dee's been telling me she feels bad, like she was, he whimpers, dying. I knew from Z that she was. I started telling her to go into the light, the Hall of Voices, make it to the other side, because that's what S did. He did that. When Z faded away, he gave up. Reckless abandon, man. With everything that he had left, he ran into the Hall of Voices, and he never came back. He, I think, made it out of this place. Osmacate Manor. You do? V inquires. He never came back. His room just disappeared, just like Z's. But he wasn't in pain. Not physical pain, anyway. I haven't suggested this to anybody else because of the duress it causes. I couldn't imagine someone like C going through that. Hell, M, even you couldn't get through it. M gets goosebumps as he remembers the disparaging, vociferous echoes. But if any of you started fading, like Z, like D has been, I was prepared to tell you. That was the way out. It has to be. D didn't listen. Damn it. I'd have run her through the tunnel myself, but nobody can be in the same tunnel at the same time. M stares at Jay sorrowfully. Jay meets his eyes. Then he looks away coldly. It's enough. I can't sit back here anymore. I need to be brave and move on, before I fade away too. What are you saying, Jay? V stares at him. It's been time for me to be like S. I just can't sit in here waiting to die. I've been in here the longest. I'm running out of time. I need to go. He stares at the stairway. Jay? M walks over to him. M? He stares at him. You five, I want to see you all again, so you better brave that hall someday and see me on the other side, he cries. He launches up the stairs, impossible to catch. Jay! A calls, speeding behind him. Jay! All 5 of them race up after him. However, by the time they reach the door to the portal, he's gone. The 5 exchange glances. After heartfelt silence, they walk back downstairs. Within the hour, another bright light appears. Afterward, Jay's bedroom is unmarked. The jazz room is gone. M is wide awake, lying on his mattress. All he can do is think about J and D, their final moments together, and where each of them are now. Then S and Z come to mind. I don't want to die here. The way out. The Hall of Voices. It seems so easy, right? Just run through it. But it's not. It's not easy. It's the hardest thing I've ever done, hearing the voices in that hall. Then suddenly he hears a knock on the door. He approaches it. Hello? He asks. M? A feminine voice meets his ears, but it isn't C's. A? May I come in? Yeah, what's up? I need to talk with you, M. She steps into the room, her eyes fixed on him. Like I told you, I have a hard time trusting anyone here, but I don't think you understand what I meant. I wasn't doubting their trustworthiness. I was doubting they'd survive. But not you. When S ran into the Hall of Voices, that determination, I didn't see it on anyone else. Not V, not C, not D, not O, not even J. It took D's death to give him that strength. But you, I could just see from the moment you arrived that you were different. You weren't scared of facing the hideous truth, of looking into the reflection and seeing your mangled body, of saying aloud that we're probably all dead. And so, I wasn't scared to want you, because I knew if it came down to it, you'd have what it takes, and I wouldn't lose you, she whispers, holding on to him softly. Wow. Thank you, A. I'm flattered. I'm sorry you had to lose your friends. It's okay. I think we should leave. We should run through the hall. Just go. I know I have what it takes. But, A? I don't know. I tried it today. It was overwhelming. She presses her soft lips against his, holding his hand lovingly. He breathes in her perfume, her toned, athletic body inches from his. When she pulls back, she whispers, "Go with me." He's mystified. But I can't. We can only go through the hall by ourselves. We'll both go. And when we get out, we'll see each other on the other side. Don't you think it's worth a try? What about the others? I don't just want to leave them behind. How about we all go, together? We can be with Jay again. We can all leave this place today. I want that so badly, but I just don't think they'll do it. No, after seeing D, there's no way. It's life or death now. V's too strong to sit back and accept death, and O's too smart to stay here, and C, maybe she doesn't have the strength to do it on her own. But she cares so much about the rest of us. When she realizes how much it'll hurt all of us to see her die, she'll have the strength to do it. Not for her own sake, but for ours. A slowly nodded. Perhaps you're right. It's late. We'll wait until morning. C will need time to contemplate this. That sounds reasonable, she whispers, holding on to him. She stares into his eyes. M? Yeah, what is it? She smiles mysteriously as she takes his hand. She lays him down on his bed, shushing him as he goes to say something. Now they're both lying underneath the covers, their bodies pressed against each other. I don't know what will happen when we leave this place. Maybe we die in that hall. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever see each other again. So tonight, I want to lie with you, to hold you, and sleep in your arms. This may be our only chance. Okay. That sounds amazing. I know. This may sound silly, she sighs. I just never felt like this before. I think, when I was on Earth, I used to be very serious. I think I valued gymnastics over everything, over my own life, evidently. That's all I can really remember. When I woke up here, I regretted being so closed off my whole life. And I let my guard down for the first time. And 2 days later, I instantly learned my lesson. When Z died, I felt so much pain, more than I'd ever felt before, and I attributed that to caring about someone. A? M whispers. I don't know what unearthly circumstance brought me to this place, but I know that since I arrived, I've never felt hope, until my eyes met yours. You were hope. You didn't give into this facade, this setup. You didn't ignore it. like the rest of the group, or reject it like me. You faced it, and I tried so hard to keep my distance from you and from everyone else. But I can't keep my distance from you anymore. I don't know what happens at the end of the hall, Em, and I don't want to face it regretting that I never told you how I feel, because I'm scared of getting hurt and unfamiliar with opening up around people. Her enchanting emerald eyes met his, their heads resting on the pillow, her light brown hair draping her shoulders like a blanket. Em is silent in limerence. He tenderly kisses her. Osmacate Manor, Final Act, Part 1, by Runedine. Well, folks, that's our story tonight. Rotherick and I hope you enjoyed it. We sure had a great time bringing it to you, and we really appreciate you listening. Tune in next week when we bring you another chilling Tales from the Dark Chamber. And just a note, if you're an aspiring author and want your story read here on Tales from the Dark Chamber, send us a note at talesfromthedarkchamber@gmail.com. If it creeps old Rotherick out enough, we'll air it. And subscribe to our channel here for notification of our next new episode, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Remember, hit that like button and help us grow the channel. Also, make sure you tell your friends about us. Spread the word. If you want your story recorded for your own use, or just want to have it, check out my website at woodygvoiceover.net. You can order there. And again, thank you for listening tonight.